row is... Nope, that was the wrong button. Never mind. Well, oh, there's a clip. There we go, marker. Alright. General Bond says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts, and he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Lyoki. Pressing though Ishgard's plight may be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but that it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alfino. To the Waking Sands, warrior of light. 'Tis past time Ul'dah was delivered from this darkness. Oh, while we're here, I just remembered. Let's, go ahead, get back in the actual good-looking Dragoon armor before we go adventuring off. Do I have any Waking Sand? Aha. Still have 13 Aetheryte tickets. Celestia is all out of them. Going to the Waking Sands is annoying. I don't know why I didn't mount up. Just taking my sweet time running. It's nostalgic. It's been so long since we've been to the Waking Sands. Used to have to do this by foot so many times. Hey, look who it is. Yay!
Thank you for coming.
Oh, immediately into a voice cutscene. Alright.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
Raubon!
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
So exciting!
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Yeah.
Aye,
Still
some
no
good
harm.
fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
I mean, he's recovering really well, considering... Bum, bum, bum.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
Oh man.
Lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempts
So she's
to
just
escape
in her
the
normal
Sultana,
bed?
however,
Okay.
It seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady in waiting, Meriel.
That's what it sounds
Since we
like.
learned of her location, all that remains is to apprehend the woman.
Oh, this is...
We shall
Same
find our
one.
cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar.
Get our revenge!
But we must
It's a
tread
good
carefully.
question, I don't
The
know.
market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands.
So be it.
We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, warrior of light? Will you lend me yours?
Yeah! Nod! Woohoo!
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo, and for Ul'dah!
He did just ask us to be his arm. I'm not entirely sure what that means. But the sentiment I'm still with. Let's get Nanamo back for Albon! So wait, are they still keeping her in her, like, comatose state? Is that necessary? Seems like a lot of work. Couldn't you just have her in, like, house arrest or something? I don't fully understand. If one had chosen to trap the Sultana in a death-like sleep rather than slay her, then one would surely also know of a means to rouse her from said state. There must be an antidote to this poison. Oh, Yugiri, it's been so long. Our little Aura. Our target is Muriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I'm told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Muriel is still in hiding there. Yes, man. That banquet seems so long ago. We lost Nanamo, we lost all the other scions. Actually start rebuilding a bit. To the lighthouse. What level? We're 56. What level quest are we on? 54. Okay. I mean, we've made good progress. We've got a ways to go still. That's for sure. A target is Muriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting. Woman of... Yep. We read that. Do I know of any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. I have met the Sultana's handmaiden on numerous occasions, but I cannot for the life of me bring her features to mind. What brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Muriel, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Aha, so she is back! Oh... That was one of the easiest investigations we've ever had. Muriel? Aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. The one closest to the market entrance. Closest to the market entrance. I would call that the market entrance. I would call this... So, one of two buildings in the entire area. Okay. Is this her? I believe that is her. Alright, I'm ready. Hey. Oh,
You are Muriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
Uh-oh. May not want to lie to him.
we will have the truth from you, girl.
Oh no!
Mayhap 'twould be better coming from me.
Lolorito! How did they get here so quick?
Lolorito, you best talk fast.
Lolorito! Oh
As
man,
you know,
this could get ugly really quick.
Telegi's Cartono reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega.
Omega.
When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however,
Sorry.
he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Telegi had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim.
The Thorn Legacy. Okay. This is so interesting.
'Twas
All this
plain
politics.
that Telegi's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
Bro, this is actually like
And what of Nanamo?
Game of Thrones stuff.
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Marielle here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison.
Okay, why is she still asleep though?
You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had
Sick
him
friend.
lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Telegi. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm. You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the
Bro,
board.
I can't stand this.
Ilberd was
I
mine.
hate this scheming,
Truth be
secretive.
told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
Alphina's not gonna like that. Oh, yep. Never. That's about what I expected.
I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified.
Is he looking for
I
a fight?
swear,
Where's this going?
The man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire.
I mean, that's kind of fair. It's his homeland.
Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
He's being awfully
Alas,
cocky right now.
Ilberd's entertaining
Does he
little
have anything to
outbursts
back this
eventually
up?
gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
This is insane.
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay
Stay your blade, Master Aldin. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teledji Adeledji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
Antidote?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
She's literally in her own bed.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Actually, that's kind of fair. Oh, I'm so conflicted. I never want to work with him again. But that probably is the best way forward.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Uldar shall once more be united under Nanamo Ulnamo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
What just happened? I'm so confused. Why is she coming with us? I mean, this definitely... I mean, this does not seem like a good dynamic to run a government off of. That is for sure. Sorry, give me 1 second. Just going to move this. Nope. That does not move it. Okay. Oh, that moves it on my preview too. Fancy. There we go. Alright. Yes. Ilberd, the last we saw of him was when we rescued Rauban. He was leading that group, like Lolorito just said, and they basically just left as they were releasing poison gas to try to kill us. But I'm pretty sure we didn't kill him. Did we? I'm like doubting myself now. Because we did fight him, I think. Break into Holically. Okay, yeah. At the end of that dungeon, he retreated. And yeah, we don't know where he went or anything after that. But he is still alive. You had killed the one you served. Ah, pray. Excuse my mutterings. I was reminded of a line from an old poem. By the 12. I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Yeah, I do not know what to make of Lolorito. It's been so long since I've seen Game of Thrones, but he reminds me of Littlefinger, his name. I feel like he's like always scheming and like in control of everything. I don't know. It's like I don't trust him, but you also kind of need to work with him in a way. Oh, we get to go see Nanamo? I guess that makes sense. That'd be exciting. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Wow, we're welcome back in Ul'dah again. Right? It just seems like he's got so many schemes, and the instant it's beneficial for him to have you just completely taken out, he will do it in a blink of an eye. I hope Lord Lolorito's potion is as effective as he claims. It would appear the Syndicate has moved swiftly to clear our names. Bartholomew, for one, does not seem remotely surprised by our presence here. Wait, are the other Scions here? I guess we don't know if any of them have been kept prisoner. Like, did they capture any of them? Are they also cleared? Is that too much to hope for? Flame General Raubon mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way if you will. I mean, I doubt the Incredius Stola and Menfilia were. But Eden Papalymo definitely could have been. Yeah, well, it's been so long since we've seen them. I really miss them. It's just been our little Heavensward crew. I mean, they didn't say anything about the other Scions, so maybe that's too much to hope. Nanamo's alive! I'm so happy. What if that was actually, like, poison? Like, it's like quadruple crossing. I really doubt it, but that would be insane. Nanamo! There would be literally no reason to have kept her all alive all that time just for that, but Nanamo's alive. Oh.
I was having the longest dream.
Oh. Raubon.
Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Oh, they were reunited. Where's Godbert? Why isn't he here?
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber.
Yay!
I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
She's still moving forward with that, okay.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition.
Why does he just sound so
It's
cocky
in
at
the
everything he
struggle
says?
against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
Not
How
the
close are they
Imperials
to completing
again.
this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle.
Oh no.
My
Not ready
lords
for
and ladies,
another
I
war
move
against them.
that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare
Right.
our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
Just like one disaster at a time, please. I can't deal with all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Almost like not even
'Tis well
off
that the
bed
Sultana
rest
has
yet.
awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed.
It'd be nice to just run errands
Uldar
for a
has
day.
taken control of its future, and I must do the same.
Alfie. I don't know what that means.
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified grand company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low.
At least
I
he's
need not
moving
tell you how
forward
deeply
finally.
The betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
Yay, let's find everyone!
The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
Sounds good to me. Good to have you back, Alfie. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains, there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. But not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I'm assured that Her Grace will make a full recovery. Aye, and Ul'dah too shall flourish once more. General Alban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Ugiri, a question, if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You'll be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alfino. To me. I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Leoki? You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Yeah, I hope there's some familiar faces. Friendly ones, anyway. Wow, it's been so long since we've been to Rising Stones. We're back! We're home! Commander! You're alive! And Leoki, you too. I knew you'd scrape through. My splendid Crystal Braves. I have wronged you. All of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. But you'll hear none of us complaining. It was a slight messier than expected, aye. But we was still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye! You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret, then, that I must... Hildy hair! Oh my goodness! That's enough of that, Commander. We know what you've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We talked it over, see? Wait, which one's Hildy? I'm blanking on what his hair looks like. We talked it over, see, and we're all agreed. You can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. Ah, okay. But the Crystal Braves... The Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other. And to you. Commander. Alfino. Our minds are made up, so you may as well get used to it. Let us help the Scions. Let's help you find Menphilia and the others. My friends, after all that's happened, I know not what to say. Oh. See, Alfie, you were a good commander. They trusted you. I'm glad Riol's alive. I was worried he might not be. I don't know if you know, but during that goddamn feast, Flamion got ambushed by some 3rd unit curs over in Limsa. I'm told she'd dance free of their noose, though. Ain't heard nothing since. But my guess is she's laying low somewhere in the port. We'll find the missing scions, I promise you. Between us and the mortal flames, no stone in Eorzea will be left unturned. If we scrutinize the Scion's records, they should provide us with likely locations to which the missing Archons might have fled. Put your mind at ease. It is for work just such as this that we have been trained. So many people here! Feel blessed to have witnessed such a display of camaraderie. We must repair this damage if our minds are to find focus. Now where to begin? Alright. Rogadin guy. First things first, we must needs put the rising stones in order. We cannot have the Archons return to find their headquarters such a shamble. Sent shinobi to spy upon the brass blades. It would seem that Ida and Papalimo's resistance accounted for a sizable number of the company's soldiers. All we know for certain, however, is that our friends' corpses were not found among the bodies they left behind. Okay, well, none of them confirmed dead. That's something. Lyuki Oshifern, I joined the Crystal Braves in the hopes of following in your footsteps. I do not regret the decision, not even for a moment. Pray, excuse me. I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know I am not worthy of their loyalty, Lyuki. But as Thalak as my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm. Specifically, Urianger and the Waking Sands, and Tataru and Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. Alright. And just like that, back to Nidhogg. It's a nice little diversion. Yeah, it's a good group of allies. I'm glad they're still around and everything's okay. So sleepy. What? I'm awake, I'm awake. We've been working on a second vessel while we perfected the prototype. Don't worry. They'll both be able to handle the winds you're expecting. Lyuki, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Manor Custer's first successful test flight. A few minor acknowledgements and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fortown Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estinian was looking for you? Oh, Estinian came back. Actually outlasted his patience. I assume he's not going to be happy about being left there for however long we've been gone. Oh, that was great. I love it. It wouldn't have surprised me. If anyone was going to do it, it was going to be him. Oh, look who's back. My fellow Azure Dragoon. You have fulfilled your obligation to the Uldans, then. Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these manor cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain in the Eyrie, plotting his revenge. Might not be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich. I think we might have kept him in the dark long enough. Alright, we're just bouncing around all over the place, okay? Sure, let's let Emmerich know what we've been doing. Bum, bum, bum. Sir Emmerich has been eager to speak with you. Pray, proceed. Yeah, I have no idea how he's gonna react. The double Azure Dragoon combo.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Let's go.
The moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
Oh snap, are we doing this like right now?
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphinaud's
going to fight
proposal,
Nidhogg?
we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
Sorry then.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Yeah, sounds about right.
'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that was rather cold, as I recall.
You could say that. Thanks for reminding us, Alfie.
More important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Never really thought about that.
Aye,
That's
that they
true.
would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus, you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
Taking the fight to Nidhogg.
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will
Eye
be hard
versus
won,
eye.
even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
That's us. Wow.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Is that wise?
Lord Commander, no.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you
Kind of want to
leave
pick him
Ishgard
with
in the
us,
hands of
but
the Holy
Estinian's
Sea's
definitely
zealots?
right. Sorry, Billy.
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphinaud? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
It's just gonna be us and Estinian? Oh. I don't think he's taking no for an answer.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon.
Oh.
I shall remain then and cheer you
I
from
thought
afar.
that was the exact opposite of about what was to happen. He's
Well,
so
my
small.
friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this
Alright, I
work,
guess
it is
us and
surely we
Estinian.
too.
Taking on Nidhogg, okay. Bro, it's so funny. Leoki and Estinian are so tall compared to him. Oh. He's looking like so far up. Seeing him in the middle makes it all the more hilarious. Alright. I guess that's it then. I'm shocked he agreed to stay behind. I thought for sure Alphino was gonna be like, I have to fight. I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear. But had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. Into the Eyrie! Oh, we get our own mana cutter! Let's go! New mounts, new mounts! We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the mana cutters. That's the thing they've been making. Mana cutter. It cuts the mana. Slices it like butter. Something like that. I never actually thought about the name. That's actually a pretty cool name. So we are like cutting through the fierce winds. One of these things. Guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We triple checked. These little beauties are our pride and joy, and now they're yours. So, be careful with them, eh? Alright, are we doing this? Do we want to keep going for a little bit? Or is this a good place to leave it to build the suspense? The moment is at hand, Warrior of Light. Alright. Well, always end on a good cliffhanger. So I think we're about to go fight Nidhogg, apparently. I don't know what the rest of this expansion's gonna be, but we're going into the Eyrie. I see something going to either go wrong or I don't know. We're like only halfway through. Nidhogg seemed like he was gonna be like a final boss, but who knows what's gonna happen. Alright, well, there's our return to Leoki.